up, guys? So as you can tell by the title, this video is a little serious. So I'm not gonna be all giggly giddy today in this video. I will in another day. And I know what you're probably thinking right now. Mackenzie, oh my god, your hair is the same. Oh my god, your jacket, you wear it every day. Okay, mind your business. How about that? Thank you. So, mailman, or that's not mail, it's the lawn trucks. Anyway, so yes, like I said, as you can tell by the title, today's a serious topic. I just want to talk about this because I want to spread awareness on my page, and I want to tell my story, and I hope that it maybe, brings a little bit of clarity to other girls, and makes other girls more aware if you're not already, which I'm pretty sure every girl pretty much is. But I want to bring awareness on my page, like I said. So, without further ado, let's get into the video. Really quickly, welcome to my channel. Thank you for coming back. I hope you guys stay. Make sure you like, comment, subscribe before we get into this video. And if you guys want to share your stories, or if you guys want to tell me about your stories, feel free to drop it in the comments if you're comfortable with it. Trust me, I'll read them. If you want, you could DM me on Instagram. We could talk. If you feel like you need to get it out, or you're scared to tell your story, or you went through something kind of similar, just feel free to talk it out with me if you want, if you're comfortable, and so on. So like I said, you could DM me on Instagram. My Instagram is going to be at the end of the video. It's going to be in the description. It's going to be in that Linktree link. No, it's not. My Instagram is not there. But it's M Baby. I'm going to put it down on one of these little corners. I don't know where it's going to be at because I always get it mixed up. But it's going to be one of these corners. I'll put my Instagram down there. So like I said, DM me if you want. I don't really use my Snapchat like that. But you can also DM me on Twitter if you'd like. Whichever you're more comfortable with. Or if you want to put it in my comments down here, feel free. But like I said, let's get right into this video. Alright, so let's start this story time. So, I was by myself. Yesterday was, of course, Easter. Happy belated Easter, or happy late Easter, however you say it. I don't know. But yeah, happy late Easter. But I was by myself, and I was going there to get stuff for my grandmom. So I went there, and I was like, you know what, cool, like, I want a churro, and I know they sell churros there. So I was like, yeah, I'll go. So I got in my car, went there, whatever. I walked in, and the first store I went in was a jewelry store, and I had bought my girlfriend a ring. And it's this cute little ring. It's just a little like dragon ring or whatever. It's really cute. And I bought it because I knew like the aesthetic that she likes, whatever. So I bought it for her, and I had it sized. They had to size it, and it was like, I thought it would take like 5 minutes or whatever, like I could just stand there. And she was like, okay, 40 minutes. And I was like, oh, okay, I guess. I wanted to walk around anyway, so I was like, that's fine. So I went into that store, paid for it, whatever, and then I left because I was originally there for one thing and one thing only, and then I just ended up buying a whole bunch of different stuff. So I went into that store, bought that. I kept walking, walked into this other store. Well, it wasn't really a store, it was like a little side shop, but they sold like the organic little seaweed chips, and they sold like the noodles or whatever, like the hot noodles. And so I bought some of those, and then I kept walking. Then I got my churro, and then I got my pretzel and a pretzel dog, and I got all of that. And then after I finished shopping for the stuff that I needed, I went back to the jewelry store because I was like, that should be about like 40 minutes or so. Like I don't know how long. I wasn't paying attention to the time, but I was like taking my time while I was walking around. So I went back to the jewelry store. She was like, okay, another 15 minutes. And I was like, that's fine. So I walked over like maybe 2 stores down from the jewelry store, and I saw a bench. So I sat down on the bench, and I was like, you know what, while I let the time pass quick, I was like, let me put on a show. So I put on Xfinity Stream on my phone, and I was watching something on demand, and I was like trying to like figure it out or whatever. And mind you, I'm by myself. I usually carry a pocket knife with me and I keep it in my hip, but that's usually when I have my leggings on and I have my sweatpants on, and it won't fit on like the thickness of the sweatpants strap. So I didn't bring it because I honestly wasn't gonna be that long. But anyway, I had my pepper spray with me though, and I had it in my keychain, and I had my keychain in my lap, and I was just sitting there minding my business, eating my pretzel. And then I'm paying attention, like, please pay attention of your surroundings, like, please, please, please. But I'm paying attention to everybody that's walking by. I'm making sure, like, I know who's like walking around or whatever. And so I'm watching everybody, and I notice this guy, and this guy walks in front of me. So I'm sitting here, and this is the guy. So I'm sitting down, mind you, like I said, my mask is down because I'm eating my pretzel, so you can see my entire face. He walks like this, looks at me like sitting down like that, and then walks past me, and then like comes like right here away from me, turns around, comes back, and then like looks at me again, stands right in front of me, directly across from me. And mind you, there was like tables there, but the chairs were on top of the table, and it was only like two little tables. So there was nowhere for him to sit. So he was standing there like by himself, but he was looking for somebody. And so I kept looking at him because I noticed that he was looking at me when he walked by me. So I looked at him dead in his eyes. And when I feel uncomfortable, I try to make the other person feel uncomfortable too, or embarrass them and like make them feel like, ew, like why is she staring? So I stared at him in his face, and just so I could get a good look at his eyes, and he had the same color eyes as me, so it's not hard to forget. So so I looked at him dead in his eyes, and I noticed that he kept staring at me while I was watching my show and eating my pretzel. So I felt weird in that moment, because I'm like, why are you staring at me? Like, please get out of my face. First, I was irritated because I was like, dude, like, come on. And then I noticed that he kept looking at me. He stood right across from me, and he just kept looking at me. And I was like, okay, like, you're just being extra weird now. So I sat there like this. I had my pretzel in my hand, my phone in my other hand, and I looked at him. I was like this until he looked away. And he looked away, got like uncomfortable or whatever. He looked away, but he still stood there. So at this point, I was like, okay, like, I started like getting a good look because I had a weird feeling. There was something in me that said, this is weird. So after I noticed that he stopped in front of me and was staring at me kind of weird, I kind of, like I said, I looked him in his eyes to make him uncomfortable. And then he didn't budge. He looked uncomfortable though, but he didn't budge. He still stayed right in front of me. So then I noticed, like I said, he was looking for someone. So I was like, okay, who is he looking for? Because he doesn't look like a family man. So who is he looking for? So this is where like CSI and like Criminal Minds comes in comes in my head. But I noticed, like I said, he was looking for somebody. So then that's when I thought like, okay, something's definitely weird. So then I started studying his outfit. I still remember his outfit to a T. But I started studying his outfit. I looked at him up and down, paid attention to every single thing he was wearing. There was no tattoos or anything on him that I could see. So then I looked, and as I was like studying, like I studied his shoes, then I looked at his jeans, and then I noticed in his jeans he had a black iPhone 11 with a black OtterBox case, and he had the camera sticking out of his jean pocket. And so when I saw that, I stared dead in the camera, and I was like, I know what you're doing. I'm not stupid. So I looked back at him, and I continued to study his outfit. And then I'm sorry, I just like zoned out, started thinking about it again. It's just like, when you go through something like that, it's like, it doesn't leave your mind. Like, I've been like low-key, like kind of like messed up about it since it happened, because that's not something easy to deal with. But yeah, back to the story. I seen his camera sticking out of his pants. Then I stared at it, and then I stared at him because I was like, I'm not dumb. So, and I noticed that he was on an angle, so the camera was pointed right to me. So I was like, okay, I know what's going on here. And I got up, put my pretzel away, got up, put my phone away, and then I walked off, and I speed walked 4 stores down, sat at another table with like this couple next to me that was eating. And I sat there and I was looking down the hallway to make sure like where he was at so that he wasn't following me. Lo and behold, he came back with a friend, and his friend was muscular. His friend was like looking in and out of the stores as they was walking, like they were looking around, and my assumption was they were looking for me. So then I immediately called my girlfriend, and I got on the phone with my girlfriend, and like as they get closer, I say it loud and clear. I said, these 2 guys are creeping me out. And I started like speaking loud so that the couple next to me, the people that were walking by me, everybody heard it. So then I'm talking to my girlfriend, and the guy goes to get close to me, and he walks by me, like he's getting ready to walk by me. And so I turn around, and I look him dead in his face the whole time he's walking by, the whole time. And I stared him down in hopes to make him uncomfortable more. And then I started shouting him out, like shouting him and his friend out. I was like, yeah, these 2 guys are following me. They're being really weird. I turned the phone on FaceTime. I turned the phone, pointed right at them, pointed. I full on pointed. I said blue shirt and blue and pink shirt. Like both of them are following me. So then they kept walking as if like they weren't even paying attention to me. Like I was just never the suspect or not the suspect, the victim that they wanted. So they kept walking. They got down a little bit, like down a little ways or whatever. And the older couple that I sat next to was like, the guy was like, what's wrong? I was like, those 2 guys are following me, like they're being really weird. And he said something else, but I didn't hear it. But I figured like once they're down, like while they're down there, let me hurry up and get out of here. Like it's time for me to go. So they hit the corner, they hit a left, and then they disappeared. I don't know where they went. I don't know where they were. They maybe got like 2 stores down from where they were, which is still a little distance away from me. And I went back to the jewelry store, grabbed the ring, and I booked it. Like I was walking, I was like grandma walking, like speed walking, and then I kept looking over to the other side because you can see through the stores as well when you're looking like from one hallway to look to the other hallway. You could see through the stores, most of them. So every chance I got, I looked like across the hallway so that I can see where they were or if they were behind me, like on my heels. So I made sure I kept looking, like looking around for them or whatever, and I didn't see them at all. So then I just, I picked up the pace and I booked it out the hall. I sprinted down the hallway, ran out the door, and booked it to my car. And as soon as I got in my car, I threw everything in, started the car. I put the car in reverse before I even put the car, turned the car on. I was so slow. I was so anxious to get out of there. But I put the car in reverse, drove right out, forgot my seatbelt and everything. But I put my seatbelt on though. But I drove right out of the parking lot. And once I got out, I kept checking my mirrors and stuff to make sure like they weren't following me or anything if they did like catch me getting in my car. So yeah. So I know that wasn't like, it was a very close call, and I can't help but think like, oh my gosh, like if I would have made one mistake, that would have been my ass. I mean my butt. Like I would have been kidnapped. I would have been their victim, and I could have went into sex trafficking, or I could have been kidnapped, or I could have been killed for all I know, you know? Like, you don't really think about this stuff until you actually are put into that position. And something like that is, I would never wish that on anybody. And this is exactly why a lot of women are scared of men. Like, I don't hate to say it at all. Like, this is exactly why a lot of women are scared. example A. Like, I hear so many stories of so many women that get sex trafficked and get out of it, or I hear a lot of women that are almost getting kidnapped. I hear a lot of stories about these tactics that they use and stuff, and it's just like, you have to stay on guard. Like, if you are by yourself, ladies, please carry a gun with you. Not a gun, but if you want to, I mean, you can, but carry a stun gun, I meant to say. Carry a taser, stun gun, whatever you want to call it. Carry a pocket knife with you. Carry your pepper spray. And I was actually considering, like, really considering buying one of those bracelets. It has a button on it, and if you click the button, if you decline, it calls your phone. If you decline the phone call, it calls 911 and sends your location, and calls your emergency contact or whatever. So I was definitely considering on getting one of those, especially what just happened. But yeah, ladies, please be safe out there. It is no joke. Like, I saw how buff the second guy was, and as strong as you think you are, in that moment, it's just like pure fear. And it's like you feel like helpless. You're all by yourself, like, you know? So, like I said, please be safe out there. Wear your pepper spray or whatever you need, and make sure you stay on guard. And please be paranoid. I don't care what anybody has to say. Paranoia is not good. I don't care. Paranoid got me out of that situation, and it could have went a lot worse. His friend could have came back. They could have followed me to my car if I wasn't paranoid. I, like, literally, you're rather safe. You better be rather safe than sorry. Like, paranoia is what gets you out of bad situations. So stay paranoid. That's how I do. Paranoid will get you, like, it'll scare you, but it's a very scary world. There are a lot of scary things. There are a lot of scary men. There are a lot of pervy men out there. So just be very careful, ladies. And I hope none of you have to go through that. And if you do, please stay on guard. Like, watch out for the phones in the pockets. Watch out for the body language. Watch out for the eye looks. And make sure you study the guys. Like, what does he look like? What is he wearing? You can't really tell what all people look like because they have masks on now, but study his eyes, study his eyebrows, look for tattoos, study the outfit, like, study the phone. What phone does he have? Like, look at everything. Like, you know, and places like that, they have cameras. So if they really tried anything, they probably would get far because people are slick. But just please be careful out there and research ways to self-defend, or research self-defense. Yeah, that's how you say it. Research self-defense. Make sure you always stay on guard. Pay attention to who's around you. Literally pay attention to your surroundings, because you never know. Some guy that just pops up right in front of you could have been the guy that was following you the whole time. So make sure you stay on guard, ladies. Like, it bothers me that this stuff like happens, but it does, and we just have to make a better way to protect ourselves. So yeah, I'm sorry if any of you ladies had to go through the same thing or something similar or something worse at that, but we're all here. All of us ladies need to gang up and just start. That crack really hurt. But yeah, thank you guys so much for listening. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. I mean, kind of a scary video, but still a little traumatizing. But yeah, I'm gonna be okay. Anybody that goes through it, you're gonna be okay. Like, you're safe. You're home. You're wherever you are. You're safe. Just stay paranoid, please. But yeah, that ends this video. Thank you guys so much for listening. I love you guys so much. Make sure you subscribe to this channel, Motivating Kenzieeee, that channel as well, and Motion Picture Hotline. Make sure you guys subscribe to all those channels, like, comment on all of those channels as well, and stay tuned for some more YouTube channels, because I got another one coming, maybe. So yeah, stay tuned, you guys. I love you guys so much. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you guys next time. Bye.